Good morning, metalheads of the internet, and welcome to a brand new episode of the Metal Meltdown. Today, we're doing something a little bit different. It's summer, which means it's time for some summer barbecues, and nothing sets the mood or vibe at a summer barbecue better than, well, I guess the barbecue, but second to that, the music, the bangers, the bops, the jams, the ragers. So today I'm going to talk about a bunch of cool records that I would and have played at really awesome summer barbecues and events and parties, and I encourage you to do the same below. Anna, why don't you start us off? What metal album would you play at our next big summer barbecue? What is on Anna's big metal summer barbecue playlist?
I'm unprepared for that question.
Wing it.
Probably Municipal Waste.
Any particular album?
Yeah, The Art of Partying, probably.
Sure, fuck it, why not? For me, when I'm putting together like a summer barbecue playlist, I like to include albums that are a little bit more accessible from artists who are a little bit more well-known. Like, as tempting as it is to maybe just throw on a bunch of, like, black gaze or technical death metal or whatever the fuck, I recognize that, like, if you don't play your cards right, that's gonna kill the fucking party real quickly. And one particular album I always like to have on a summer barbecue playlist, which I just feel perfectly encapsulates and captures the vibe, not just of summer, of a barbecue, of a party, but of fun and goodness entirely, is Blackout from the Scorpions. Classic German heavy metal here. Big, fun, catchy, dynamic choruses. It's memorable. It's punchy. A lot of great riffs. A lot of great guitar solos. A lot of iconic songs, too. This thing just sounds and feels like summer, to a certain extent. Like, it gets everyone in the mood. Everyone knows the title track, Blackout. Everyone knows No One Like You. The song Arizona in particular, though, in my opinion, this is like the quintessential summer party metal song, like straight up. Everything about it, the enthusiastic, bubbly vocal delivery to like the sunny soundscapes to like that great groove and rhythm. You can dance to it, it's great to sing along to. It sounds like fun in the sun. Like the moment you light your grill and start throwing down some burgers or sausages or whatever the fuck you're doing, crack open a beer, all that shit, This, in my opinion, is what should be playing. It's certainly what I'm playing. There's tons of Scorpions on my regular barbecue hangout playlist regardless, but there's a lot of stuff specifically from this album, and it's awesome, and it fits perfectly. Next up, we have Ashes of the Wake from Lamb of God, iconic early 2000s metalcore groove metal. It's got that thrashy underbite to it. It's got that super crispy, crunchy guitar tone. It reeks of piss and vinegar and also lukewarm beer. It's got attitude. It's got bold flavor. This album is like fried chicken and hot sauce and waffles and moonshine. This is another album that, in my opinion, just bleeds metal party energy, but in a totally different kind of way. Like, this'll get motherfuckers headbanging, this'll get them jumping around and bouncing around. It'll inspire them to drink, it'll inspire them to chow down on some delicious barbecue, some briskets, some ribs, some, perhaps some of the aforementioned fried chicken. Douse it in some of that aforementioned hot sauce. I mean, it might scare the fuck out of that girl who brought potato salad, but, like, fuck her. She brought potato salad. It's not even good. It's like potatoes and mayonnaise. There's no seasoning whatsoever. Fuck her. Next up, we have Scumdogs of the Universe from GWAR, and this shouldn't be especially shocking. This should not require much of an explanation. GWAR and barbecue go hand in hand. GWAR literally have their own barbecue restaurant in Richmond, Virginia, and they also for years hosted their own barbecue and music festival called GWARBQ. But since we're here, I may as well explain myself, so here we go. Once everyone is nice and liquored up, but not necessarily full of food, this is a great record to throw on. It's got a lot more energy, it's got a lot more attitude, it's a lot more brutal, it's also very corny and cheesy and self-aware, and there's a lot of stuff on here that's gonna get a good, if perhaps cheap laugh. A lot of great riffs and choruses here. Its punky, thrashy energy is more than likely to inspire more motherfuckers to go ape shit. I feel like it's also going to inspire you to just start putting barbecue sauce and hot sauce all over everything. Plus, this will give you a great opportunity at said summer barbecue to talk about GWAR to someone who has no fucking idea what GWAR is. It's a great conversation starter with that in mind. Next up, I am choosing the self-titled album from Revocation, released back in 2013. We're going into more technical and brutal territory for sure with this one. This is maybe something I would probably only whip out if a majority of my guests were metalheads. But in that scenario, I feel like we're all going to have a lot of fun, because this is a pulverizing combination of, like, menacing, thrash, and technical death metal. It's sharp, it's nasty, it's uncompromising, and it also has, in classic old-school Revocation fashion, a lot of different twists and turns. Like, I remember actually playing this album, or at least some songs from this album, at a barbecue, because I was so into Revocation in the early 2010s when I was still in culinary school. And I remember showing somebody, like, Invidious, and I remember watching their eyes just kind of, like, pop the moment they heard the fucking banjo riff. This album's also just a banger from start to finish. Like, this is one of those albums I just want to hear all the time in any and every capacity. I mean, The Hive, Scattering the Flock, even the cover of Dyer's Eve, originally from Metallica. It's fantastic. Yeah, you'll definitely be moshing and chowing down with this record for sure. I would be genuinely disappointed if you weren't, honestly. I've lost a little bit of respect for you. There's like some fucking fly. Where the fuck did this fly come from? It's been in this fucking apartment for like a day.
I know.
I want to catch it. I would love to fucking kill it. We don't normally promote violence on the Metal Meltdown, but I swear to God, I am going to eviscerate this little fucker. Where are you, you little dipshit? And one more album I would recommend that you add to your summer barbecue metal playlist, Luminiferous from High on Fire. Almost went for Snakes for the Divine because it is a more iconic record, and as I said before, I am trying to go for something slightly more accessible. You know, because I ideally these are all albums I would play at an actual barbecue. But something about this album just fits better. It's sludgier, it's hazier, it's meaner. There are like some psychedelic elements to this too, which I think are really cool and really trancy. Like, I feel like this is for when the barbecue is just getting started, but also maybe when it's starting to wind down at the same time. Like, this is the part where you go fucking ham on a brisket, and it's also the part where maybe you start cleaning up and you just have a beer with your friends. I think it's those really gruff, mean vocals and the kind of, like, fuzz... I feel like it's those gruff vocals and those, like, fuzzed out, distorted riffs and those really thrashy patterns, combined with those slower sections and those more cathartic highs and builds. It just makes for a really, 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 really solid listen with a large group of people. I feel like, too, that stoner metal, sludge metal, psychedelic edge to this record would inspire some people to maybe start whipping out different kinds of things at the barbecue, you know? Maybe like a little bit of marijuana, maybe some weed. Not that I would recommend you do that, because I don't know where you live, and it might be illegal for you to do that, and I don't want you to get in trouble, but hey, if you happen to be somewhere where it is legal and you're down, I don't know, could be fun. What about you, Anna? Any last-minute additions to our best metal barbecue album playlist list thingy-mabobby-magoo? No pressure. You're just live. Potentially thousands of people will see this.
Maybe some, like, Aerosmith.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe
some Van Halen.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, there we go.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
Good job.
Thank you.
High five. Let's have a barbecue. We just had 2 barbecues, but I want another barbecue. We had Wagyu burgers at our last barbecue. They were delicious. And the one before that, we had everything from steak to jerk chicken. It was great. Yeah. All right, now it's your turn to tell me, what kind of cool, crazy record should I add to the barbecue playlist? What do you jam when it's time to party and drink and eat? Let me know in the comments below. Also, let me know on Discord. Or even on fucking Threads, I guess, because I have that now, too, for whatever fucking reason. God damn. Yikes. I'm a little chronically online sometimes. Press this button to subscribe. Wow, look at that. Look, there's even more stuff here. Wow, look at that. And as always, you have yourself a fantastic fucking day. Say bye, Anna.
Bye.
Bye.